Suarez now into Iniesta. It's a great run from Iniesta. Oh, he scores. What a finish in the top left-hand corner. Hey guys, it's Ep18 here. Welcome back to episode 18 of my Barcelona career. Now, in today's episode, we've got ourselves 3 games to get through. The first game is against Athletic Bilbao. That's obviously a home game in the league for us to get through, and hopefully going to get ourselves a good victory in that game. Then in the next month into April the 1st, we've got ourselves a game against Sevilla. That's an away match again in the league for us to play, and hopefully another game that we can get ourselves a win from. Obviously 4 days later, so a little bit of a challenge for us to be able to recover from that, but hopefully should be okay. And then a bit more of a break. We've got just over a week until the game against Bayern Munich. I wouldn't be too surprised though if that isn't the third and final game of today's episode. I'd maybe expect them to try and slip another game in there somewhere, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it is Bayern in today's episode in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but we'll wait and find out whether they do decide to reschedule anything. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate it if you could go ahead and do that. About 200 subscribers now, away from 15,000, so that'd be absolutely fantastic if we could try and hit it in the next week or two. Let's crack on with today's episode. This is the team I'm going to go with for the opening game of today's episode. Just taking starting goals, so no PK, Umtiti and Alba in defence. We've got Busquets, Rakitic and Dybala in midfield, Messi, Suarez and Dembele as our front three. And this is the bench I've gone with: Wallace, Gomez, Rafinha, Paulinho, Silveira, who's obviously played fantastically for us recently, Coutinho and Deulofeu all on the bench. So plenty of options for us, and we'll wait and see whether they're needed or not. Let's crack on with the game. It's a home match against Bilbao. Hopefully going to extend our lead in front of Real Madrid. We'll let you find out. They're currently 4 points in front. Obviously a nice little lead in front of them, but still very much everything to play for. Let's find out. Can we get ourselves another victory here? Okay, let's crack on with this game now against Athletic Bilbao. Can we get ourselves a good victory? Let's wait and find out. A strong team that we've got out here, so you'd hope that we get ourselves a convincing win, but we have seen a lot of inconsistent performances recently. I think last episode we played a little bit better, started to get a few more wins, a few more goals under our belt. Hopefully we can continue that, and it nearly was a straight continuation there. Dembele who runs through but fires over the bar with his right foot. Ball over to Dembele through the legs of the midfielder there. Dembele still going forward, looking for Suarez with that ball inside. Suarez opens up his body, tries the shot, go out for a corner. Good opportunity for us there. We've managed to get to their box a lot so far. Had a couple of pot shots, nothing too major, but it's certainly a better start from us than it has been from Bilbao. Dembele going to give us a better angle to cross in. PK at the back post. Thought he was going to get there for a second, but actually headed away. Ball over to Sevilla. What a pass from Messi, by the way. Great overlap. Sevilla look for a cutback here for Rakitic. Good save by the goalkeeper. It's a really good move, actually. Messi's done fantastic. Not often you really see Messi drop so deep and play a pass like that to somebody else, and you know, ended up being a really good ball in from Semedo as well. Cut back to Rakitic, had to be saved out for a corner. Good little bit of link-up play there. Dybala now to put one in. Suarez flicks on. Not quite enough on it though to get it past the keeper. Suarez over to Messi. It's a goal. There we go. Messi scores. It's a really simple one for us, given the fact that they play some really sort of complicated football at times, intricate play and all that sort of thing. We've ended up scoring quite a basic goal, quite a simple goal at the end, where Bilbao just can't seem to cope with us. I think it all comes from a goal kick that's not done particularly well. We've managed to win it in midfield somehow, and Dembele plays it inside. Suarez, Messi combining. Nothing too major here. It's just hold-up play from Suarez, allows him to run through and scores. Really sort of strange goal for us to get. Happy to get it, obviously. It's a deserved goal given the pressure we put them under, and it's 16 goals now for Messi in the league so far. Obviously, good record. We're going to try and improve it. I want to try and get to about 30 by the end of the season. It's obviously a big target, but I think we can do it. It's obviously tricky when I have to make so many sort of rotations to the team. Busquets into Rakitic, Suarez now to Dybala. That's fantastic. Oh, it's a good shot as well. Good save by the goalkeeper. Bilbao yet to have a shot themselves. We've had 6 or 7 here. Dybala's had just another good one there. He's going to deliver the corner as well. Busquets at the front post, but it's headed away and out to Semedo. Okay, half-time, winning the game 1-0. Obviously delighted to be in front. Very happy that we've managed to get ourselves in front of this game. Obviously at the moment it's the result we're after, 3 points, but I want to try and add to the scoreline. They've yet to have a shot, so we're not really under much threat in that sense, but I think by the end of the game we'll have had at least 2 shots, so we are going to have to make sure we get ourselves a second goal, because I think there will be an opportunity at some point for Bilbao to have an opportunity, create a chance, and it could be that they take it, so we can't really allow that to be some sort of risk. We've got to try and nullify that if we can by getting a goal ourselves. Dembele over to Suarez, now over to Messi. Can it be a 17th of the season? Oh, it's off the bar. So unlucky from Messi. It's a really good bit of play again. Switching it across the opposite side. It's a great switch. And I thought he got us another goal. I mean, nice to get Messi a second in this game. We're so close to it as well, but sadly comes off the bar. We've done hit the bar so many times in this series so far, and unfortunately doesn't quite find the back of the net. Needed a second goal as well, so a little bit frustrated by that. But Messi now, maybe with another chance, and it's on target, but not enough. Great chance. Oh my days, thought they'd scored. The first shot of the game, 71 minutes in, I thought they'd scored. This is what I was talking about. Obviously, we need to make sure we get a second goal. And that's kind of the reason why. If they had a better finisher in that position, they'd have absolutely taken it. And it's, to be honest, not a bad finish either. It's a difficult technique, but luckily for us, we managed to ride our luck a little bit there, and it still remains 1-0. Oh, it's a Messi who's still trying to get in behind. He might have to do this one by himself. There doesn't seem to be much support. Messi looking across anyway, and actually nearly finds the back of the net. Go on! Oh no, he gets kept out. Suarez follows up. Suarez couldn't quite get there either. Oh, so close to a second goal. Unbelievable how close that was. Could not believe it's just rolled along the line. Messi wins it back off the defender, that's great. Messi now over to Suarez. Got to finish the game off when he does. Second goal, 11 minutes left. It's a shame that Messi didn't get the goal, but he assists it anyway into Suarez and obviously makes it 2-0 now with about 10 or 11 minutes left of this game. Delighted to get that second goal. We needed it as well, and it's really well played there from Messi. Great strength to win back the ball. Good finish from Suarez as well. Sometimes those can be a little bit tricky because you are 1-on-1, you're expected to score it, but he's dealt with it well. Gets the goal. We'll make some changes now as well. Okay, Paulinho, Gomez and Deulofeu all to come. We'll take off Messi, Rakitic and Dybala. Obviously some of our key players coming off there. There's only 10 minutes to go. We're going to give them a slight rest before the next game against Sevilla. That's in 4 days' time. We're going to again try and go with a very strong team for that game. So we're going to try and rest as many players as possible for the final 10 minutes, but it's going to be tricky. We'll see what sort of side we have available, but I think we're just going to go as good as we've got, really. Oh, good chance. Second shot. Both their shots that they've had in this game have looked like they've gone in the back of the net, and they could have had a goal or two themselves from those two shots. So, yeah, they have been a bit of a threat, but it's always the same with the computer, and especially when you play a Barcelona sort of team where you really prevent them from having that many chances. You're always going to have potential opportunities for the opposition. It's always the case where they do have 1 or 2 good chances. You just got to make sure that you ride your luck a little bit, and we have done in this game. And Deulofeu might add a third. He does. Delighted with that one. The substitute scores. It's acrobatically put into the back of the net. Great finish from him. I don't know if it was rolling in. I think it might have just rolled in regardless of the touch, but he made sure anyway. Smashes it home. It's 3-0 now. Deulofeu gets the goal. Didn't see who got the assist, actually. Didn't see whether it was Suarez or a midfielder. We'll have a look back. Because, yeah, really happy about that third goal. It's good to get. Make sure we completely secure the victory. I think it's maybe Gomez from midfield. Can't quite see Suarez around, but good finish from Deulofeu, 3-0. Free kick opportunity here for Bilbao. Let's see what they've got from this sort of range. Is it going to be a layoff or is it going to be a shot? I think it might be a shot over the bar. The third one of the game comes as the whistle is blown there. The referee blows for full time. 3-0 they've won the match. 3 points for us as well. Very happy with that victory. Good, solid performance, dominated at times, looks a real threat in front of goal at times as well, and I think we took our chances a little bit more in today's game, which is good to see. Obviously, you always miss a couple of chances, but the majority of them I think we took pretty well. Atletico Madrid won their game 5-0, fantastic result from them, but yeah, we're very happy with ours as well. Hopefully Madrid will slip up and we'll allow ourselves a little bit further in front. Currently 7 points in front, hopefully, like I say, Madrid don't end up narrowing that gap. But Madrid do, they've narrowed the gap, they've won their match, and that's obviously great news for them. Not so good news for us, but they're still 4 points behind, so in a good position anyway. But now into a new month, into April the 1st, and we've got plenty of emails to take a look at. 2 of them press conferences. Never take a look at them at all. Iniesta wants to leave in the next window, so does Klinsmann as well. That's going to be sorted out. Iniesta didn't play again because he's just too tired. He's got 46 stamina. We're going to have to train up his stamina, I think, because right now we're struggling to play him in as many games as he wants to play and as I want him to play in as well. So it's just not working for either of us. I'll also take a look at the Youth Scouts update as well, the reports, and see whether there's any good players to add to our Youth Academy. I won't really show you them though. Okay, now to this game against Sevilla. This is the team I've gone with. Obviously they've changed the goalkeeper, as you can see here, after he complained and wants to leave in the transfer window. So we've got Serra right back, PK on Titi Alba again in defence. Just one change in midfield. Iniesta also comes in. Same front three as well. Despite obviously players not being fully fit, we've gone with it anyway. We've got plenty of time after this match to recover for the Bayern game. So again, the exact same team. Deulofeu, Coutinho all missing out in this game, still from the bench. And we'll wait and see how he gets on. Hopefully get ourselves a good victory here. Hopefully the 3 points as well. But we'll wait and find out how performances go in this game. Again, hoping for a similar sort of performance to the last match. We'll wait and find out. Dybala into Suarez. Now back to Dybala. It's a strange shot, but it's gone in. He scoops it over the goalkeeper on his weaker side. 1-0, and we are winning this game already, just 5 or 6 minutes into this match. Great finish from Dybala. He's looking really good in that midfield position. He does so much better there than when he plays as a striker or even out wide. He just seems to get involved a little bit more. He does actually do okay on the right-hand side, to be fair, but obviously Messi's in that position. I don't want to take that away from him. And I just think Dybala just drifts into these centre-attacking mid-positions regardless. Look at that. He's playing as a centre-mid there, and he's ahead of Suarez at times, and looks really a big threat in front of goal. So very happy to keep him in that position. I think he's doing a good job there, and he puts us 1-0 up as well. Iniesta. Now a chance for Semedo into Messi. Now back to Semedo. It's a great play. Suarez onto Dybala. Dybala now back into Dembele. Iniesta to shoot on his left foot. Hits it so cleanly on his left side. Iniesta's really good with his left foot, but sadly couldn't quite find the back of the net. Good chance though. Sevilla's starting to come into this game a little bit more now with about 5 minutes left of the first half. Ben Yedder's just got himself an injury. Don't know whether he was got off or not, but that's a fantastic strike from, is it Benega? Yeah, it is on the edge of the box there. Gets a deflection to put it over the bar. Still a little bit more defending to try and do here. Guys now to deliver. Got to clear this one away, and we have done brilliantly. That's it for the first half. Still win the game 1-0. Obviously, again, delighted to be in front like we were in the last game. We were winning the match 1-0 there as well. But now looking to try and push on. Looking to try and get a second and third goal. I think we've managed to just about stabilise the team in the final 5 minutes when Sevilla started to come on to us a little bit more and start to cause a few more issues. I think we've just managed to stand our ground. Not that many shots, as you can see here. I actually expect that number to be a bit higher. A little bit surprised by that, and surprised by the lack of Sevilla shots as well. I thought that was higher as well, but depends what their class is as a shot, I suppose. But yeah, very interesting first half for us. Like I say, hoping to add a second goal to it as soon as possible. It might be that we have to wait and be a little bit patient though. Oh, lovely. Oh, great chance. Messi! Oh, couldn't get the finish right. Had to scoop it underneath him. Didn't quite approach the ball properly. I expected a little bit of a better shot there from Messi, really. Iniesta over to Messi. Messi with a chance again, and this time he'll score it. That's what he's about, Messi. If he doesn't score the first one, he'll definitely score the second one. Taking his chance. It's 2-0 now. Messi gets himself another goal, and we've doubled our lead. Just over 30 minutes left of the game. It's the right sort of time to get a second goal as that, because it just gives you an extra bit of breathing room that you desperately need going into the final 30 minutes, which is when things can get a little bit more pressured. They start throwing more players forward at 1-0, and obviously Messi getting a goal there is going to be absolutely fantastic for us. Great finish as well, off the post and in, and it's another goal for Lionel Messi. Very happy with that one. Iniesta now switching over to Messi, hopefully still onside. Messi trying to stay on and hopefully get a third goal. Oh, shrugged at the ground. Referee's not giving anything. Was only a little bit of an arm on him, but it's still enough for him to fall off balance and sadly not quite get the third goal. Messi again winning it back. It's a poor pass initially. Messi's still going. Going to have to take him off, I think, in a second. He's getting really tired, but still a chance maybe for Dembele. Blocked, and might get ourselves the changes soon. That's a strange bit of communication there between the defender and goalkeeper. Okay, all three changes. Silviero, Coutinho and Deulofeu all to come. We'll take off Iniesta, Dembele and Messi. Obviously 3 changes that, big players, but I think 3 changes just to rest the players. Make sure they're definitely back for the game against Bayern Munich. This should be. It's in over a week's time, unless obviously there are fixture changes, which we might expect, but let's see how we get on. Those changes. Silviero's put in a fantastic performance recently for us, so hopefully he can continue that. Oh, what a chance. Sevilla playing it down the line. Still an opportunity. Actually not cleared it. So close. Could have been a goal for them. Coutinho picks it up here into Suarez. Loads of spaces. Suarez going to get caught up to take the early shot, and a little bit wasted, to be honest, in the end. Panicked as I saw the defender running, and I saw Suarez wasn't going to be able to get in front of him. Suarez again winning it. Falls to him nicely, this time on his left foot, and a good save from the goalkeeper. Really strong save, actually, because it was a good strike, had good direction, and now got ourselves a corner. We'll play it short, Dybala here. Dybala's going to play into Coutinho. Now going to look to the edge of the box. Deulofeu hasn't quite worked out. And Titi maybe with a chance to turn and shoot, and it's wide. But again, takes a deflection. We'll get it straight in this time. No Messi about. Dybala puts it in. Coutinho's in there and headed away. That's it. Got ourselves a great victory. Very, very happy with that performance. Fantastic result as well for us. Another 3 points to add to our current tally. Again, Sevilla not really challenging us too much, but we've played some good football. Kept in control of the game, which is good to see. Again, though, I felt like Sevilla had more than one shot. 2 goals for us, though, and we've won the match 2-0. Very happy with that result. Gets us, like I said, another 3 points. It's what we have to keep on doing. Keep on getting ourselves good results, and hopefully competing across all the competitions as well. On to the final game of today's episode. That's against Bayern. There's still a bit of a break, and we'll probably have a few player drills to do first of all. And I think we will, actually. We'll try and train up Iniesta's stamina, or we'll see whether we can. And then we might decide to do that this week. Okay, so we will bring in Iniesta this week. We'll try and get his stamina up. It is slowly going down, actually. I think it was 46 last time I checked. Now it's 44. So we'll try and counteract that by trying to train up on his dribble possession, and that means we'll take out one of Ribeiro's drills. He's going to have a pretty good week anyway, I think. He's recently gone up to 70 overall as well in between episodes. Now goes to 71 as well, so he's flying up. 11 overall so far this season is incredible. Iniesta not making too much movement this week, but hopefully gets a little bit closer to the next stamina point next week. We'll wait and find out whether that is actually going to make any difference or not. Okay, transfer offer in here from Napoli for Jordi Alba, £32.2 million. It's out of the window, obviously, and again, no interest. We rejected Man City at much more, so we're going to reject this one as well. Okay, same drills this week, or same set of players anyway. Just brought in the advanced crossing for Ribeiro because it looks like he needs a bit more progress on that one than these other drills. struggles. We'll see what we get on this week. Hopefully INIESTA makes a little bit of progress maybe. He has actually his stamina's going back up. That's good. We're reversing it. We're reversing the current sort of situation that we've got going on with INIESTA. Hopefully we can continue to make sure that goes up. We'll wait and find out over the next few weeks and months. I'm going to try and get it over 50 though. I'm going to see whether we can do that with his stamina because I want him to play as often as possible. I want him to stay at the club as well. Okay, to the final game of today's episode against Bayern Munich, the quarter-finals of the Champions League and the first leg for us to play as well. And yeah, just one change to the team. Ter Stegen comes in, drops the other goalkeeper, and other than that, exactly the same size. This time fully fit though, fully ready to go. This is the bench I've gone with. Again, no change to the bench because obviously the goalkeeper missed out completely, and I don't have a keeper on my bench. The reason for that is because you never really need it. So you may as well have an extra player on the bench. Instead, gives you another tactical option for you. And the amount of times that you get a goalkeeper sent off or injured is so small. I'm actually happy to go forward and put a normal player in goal. And that's the reason why I don't have a keeper on the bench. But on to this game against Bayern, we'll see what sort of side they put out. I imagine it's going to be a good team. It's a Bayern, for God's sake. They've got loads of good players. And so it's going to be a tough match, especially in the quarter-finals to get this sort of game. It's also an away leg for them, so away goals count for them. We have to keep ourselves a clean sheet here. Okay, let's see how we get on. Try and get ourselves a good victory here against Bayern. Let's find out how he gets on. It's obviously just half a match, or half the fixture really, because, you know, obviously we've got a second leg to play still next episode. But still, got to get ourselves a good victory, got to get ourselves a good performance and result. Ideally keep a clean sheet, but the way they've started, that's going to be tough, and our defence is obviously not great. We know that. We've seen it in the league. I'm going to make sure that we're much tighter though in today's game. Suarez now into Iniesta. It's a great run from Iniesta. Oh, he scores. What a finish in the top left-hand corner. 6 minutes in, we've smashed it in the back of the net. And it's Iniesta of all the players that's got the goal. Obviously, you know, he's asked to leave in the transfer window. He's started to play a little bit more, started to train up his stamina as well to get him in the team more often. And he's really repaid us here when he started. I obviously want him to play. He's so good for us in game. And this run here, who just gets forward. Look at Dybala as well in the box. Both these players trying to get forward. This is what I want to see. Bodies getting in front of the striker. And that finish, I mean, that is incredible. You can't get any further in the corner than that. Winning the game 1-0. What a start. Chance, great chance, 1-1. They've scored, they've got themselves an away goal. We've also lost the clean sheet there. We were kind of expecting it. Bayern are a great side. We've dived in far too much there. And ultimately, when you don't defend at your peak, at your highest level, then, you know, when you start to allow gaps to open, you start to dive in like that, they're going to capitalise on it and they're going to do things because they have quality players. And it's 1-1 in this game, 25 minutes in. And I'm not going to sit here and say I expected to get a clean sheet. I didn't. We don't really have a great defence. We do have a good attack, though, and hopefully we can capitalise on the chance that we create. What a pass in behind Robben. Oh, it's the side netting. And that is good for us because he was clearly onside. 30 minutes in, could have doubled their lead. Great chance for Bayern Munich. At the moment, they're starting to come much further into this game now. They started a little bit slow, but they've certainly come into the match massively here. And we're struggling a little bit defensively. Ball over top it. Alba getting forward. It's a great run from him. He needs some options in the middle. It's a great chance into Suarez. Oh, it's a really poor bit of defensive work there from Boateng. Allows Suarez to score a tap in. To be fair, Neuer nearly gets there. It's brilliant keeping. He does everything he can. And so close to keeping it out as well. 2-1 though. Got ourselves back in front. Don't know how deserved it is. We're just kind of taking our chances there. It's just mainly poor defending. Look at where Boateng is. Should not be stood where he is. But the way Neuer rushes across to try and save that is incredible. So close to it as well. But luckily, just enough power behind it to get it into back of net. 2-1, back in front, Suarez with a goal. It's on the stroke of half-time as well. So half-time, winning the game 2-1. Obviously great to be in front. Obviously a little disappointed to have conceded, but it's Bayern Munich. You expect to concede, really, when you play against them, especially with our defence as well. So ultimately, very happy so far. I think we've got to try and add a third to the scoreline and keep our goals conceded the same. We can't really afford to concede 2 anymore, I don't think. Oh, fantastic play. Semedo now on the overlap. Looking into the back post and Belly! Oh, that's actually a headed chance that was supposed to be a shot, not a pass, by the way. Did end up looking more like a pass. Still a good chance for Robben. Haven't defended it well, but a great save from Ter Stegen. We really struggled there. 25 minutes left of this game. Still 2-1. Bayern could have got a second quite easily. And it's going to be the... Wait, Pantovic? Who the hell's he? Must be a new signing, unless it's just someone in the squad I've not heard of. And well played from PK. Got to clear it better though. It's too slow on the ball there from Semedo. Should do better. Frustrating for us. First change, Iniesta off, Paulinho on. It's his stamina again. 13 minutes left of this game. Obviously he's played a large portion of the match, but you're going to have to take him off because he just doesn't quite have the energy left in midfield. Couple of minutes left of this game. Dybala trying to bring the ball forward, still has it, waiting for Suarez to make the right run, back into Dybala, maybe back to Suarez if he can on his right foot now, shoots, oh, great save from Neuer. I don't think you're going to get anything past him from that range, but it's a good strike, and it's out for a corner. We'll play it short, try and kill a little bit more time, and this might be the final chance. Dembele out to Busquets, they're going to cross from a different angle, and that's absolutely rubbish, but we'll take it anyway. Got to be it, ref. There we have it. 2-1 victory at home for us against Bayern Munich. A great result. Obviously not a thrashing or anything like that. I never expected it, but we're obviously delighted to get ourselves a victory. Bayern Munich get themselves an away goal. That obviously means we need to get, I think, 1 or 2 away goals in the next leg now. Just to make sure that obviously, we get through into the next round, and I expect Bayern to score again in their home leg. I expect it to be maybe even tougher than this one as well. 7 shots for them, 2 on target. They obviously have more shots, we have more on target, and that's also the key thing in that game. Good victory though, very happy about that. And it's a good first leg for us there against Bayern Munich to try and give us something going into the second. And that pretty much concludes today's episode. We'll take a look, see if there's any emails or drills to do. I don't think there really is any drills. Is there any emails? Just a press conference and roll the club for Coutinho. Understandable. We've not played Coutinho Deulofeu as much as usual in today's episode, purely because we've basically had plenty of time to rest players most of the time, and also just because the team's playing well. No point changing something that's playing well. So I think you have to prove you give something to the team. If you don't, then you won't play. So Coutinho will come into the side, I'm sure, and for the next few games probably. He'll be in and out of the team, again, because we'll have plenty of matches to play. So when the fixture list is a little bit tougher, he'll certainly come in, and I can see probably come the end of the month, he'll certainly be in the side here. There's plenty of games to play, so there's no worries about that. If he wants to leave come the end of the season, that's fine. I don't know if we will be doing a second season or not, to be honest. Still undecided, still very much in the balance about that one. Part of me is thinking I should try and move on to a different club, if I'm completely honest, but again, there's a little bit of time for me to decide before the end of the season. That is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel, to hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for the support on today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.